Yo, what is going on, everybody? It is your boy, Sethy Seth, here today, bringing you another discussion type video. You guys seem to really enjoy the skill-based matchmaking one. Pretty much just giving my thoughts about, everything that I thought about skill-based matchmaking. So if you want to go check that out, it was uploaded 2 days ago. But today, we got some interesting news, to say the very least. There are talks of a CDL bubble. And obviously, when someone gets hit with news like that, me in this instance, I got hit with it on stream, and I saw people were like, what the hell, there's a bubble, blah, 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 bubble, bubble, bubble. So I go on Twitter, right, and I look up, there's talks of a CDL bubble for 3 to 5 months. So it instantly, in my mind, I'm like, well, that's some fucking news to me, isn't it? So I was a little bit pissed off. And again, this is the thing. I'm talking with a foot in my mouth because I don't think before I say stuff. And then people hold me at gunpoint after I say it. And they're like, ungrateful. I can't believe it. What the hell? Why wouldn't you want to do that? It's your job. Blah, blah, blah. Okay, well, hear me out. There's a couple things I want to talk about here. So first off, let's start with this. In my personal opinion, the best way to do a bubble for the CDL in this upcoming year would be for all of the home series / homestands, whatever you want to call them, to be online, bar maybe a few, depending on how everything looks in the world. But CDL all online, home series, just like last year. Obviously, we want to play on LAN, but also we want to be safe while doing it. I don't want to force a LAN and have spectators there if there's going to be risk of people getting sick, obviously. So I would prefer for all the home series to be online. Following the home series, potentially maybe have a mid-season playoff and an end-of-the-year championship similar to this year. But before those, do a bubble for 2 weeks to a month. I mean, obviously, the times can be played with a little bit, but test everyone, make sure everyone's okay before going into the bubble, and then we can all stay at a neutral location. Make sure that we're staying safe, no outside contact. Boom, we can play the big tournaments on LAN. I think that is honestly the easiest and best way to do it. And I mean, I'm just looking at logistics from like Activision and the CDL side is how the hell are they going to keep Call of Duty Pro players from ordering DoorDash every freaking day? No ad on that, by the way, or Uber Eats, whatever you want to order. How are you going to keep 48 pro players from ordering Uber Eats every single day? Because if you have contact with anyone from the outside world at all, you put yourself in the bubble at risk. So I don't even want to know. If there was a statistic on how much the CDL players during this year have spent on delivery food, myself included, it would be astronomical. So how are you going to keep people for 3 to 5 months cooking their own food unless you have a chef available and provided? How are people going to be able to work out? There's a lot of logistics that go into this that I feel a 3 to 5 month bubble would pretty much be impossible to pull off. But I want to talk about my side more in particular. So a lot of players range in severity to how their normal day-to-day life is. Okay, so I own a house, I live with my girlfriend, I have a dog, I have 2 cats. So imagine I have to go away for 3 to 5 months for my girlfriend. And now this is where people are going to be like, well, it's your job. Well, the NBA is doing it. Well, I'm not getting paid $30 million a year. Okay? And I know that's on the high end maybe for the NBA, but I mean, I'm just not. And that seems like a long time to be away from home, to be away from my girlfriend. I mean, I can't just drop that bomb on her head and be like, yo, we have to move to Vegas or wherever for 3 to 5 months, Like, that's just a huge lifestyle change. And I'm sure that we would make it work, obviously. We've been together for a month or a year and probably like 4, what is it? Our anniversary's in June, so math so I don't get yelled at. What month is it? It's September, so a year and about 3 months. A year and 4 months. He's yelling at me. A year and 4 months. So, it's kind of a big responsibility for her, I mean, thankfully she's in online classes right now for college, so we'd actually be able to make it work. But I'm thinking about other players as well who live with their girlfriends, who have animals, who, you know, it's hard to just pick up and move everything for that period of a time. But again, 2 weeks to a month is very different. And I feel like doing a bubble around the big tournaments is the ideal way to go. But I mean, people were just giving me a lot of shit because I instantly was like, well, that sucks. Because obviously, like, if you get news like that, that sucks. And I know that there's a lot of occupations that require people to be away from home. And, you know, we're not going to get into that. But I'm not trying to complain. I'm just saying, wow, you know, that's really, really big news. Because I had no idea of that, you know, until I heard that news and I saw it on Twitter. I had zero idea that was going to be a thing. So to get that dropped on me on stream, it's like, you know, it's kind of like shock value, where it's obviously going to startle me because my mind starts going a million miles a second. And I'm like, well, how am I going to do this? How am I going to keep up with this? How are we going to, you know, how are we going to get Buzz there? How are we going to get the cats there? Or are we going to have to put Buzz with Jude for 3 months because I have to go to the bubble? You know, there's a lot of different things that I have to think about whenever I get news dropped on me like that. So in my personal opinion, I feel a 2-month bubble leading into the 2 big events would be perfect. Play the rest of the tournaments online just like last year. Obviously, we don't want online. We were one of the teams that suffered from online, in my personal opinion. I feel like our team got worse online. I'm just thinking about the overall, you know, the grand scheme of things. That is the way that I think things should go. So let me know what you guys think. Obviously, you know, people want to watch Call of Duty on LAN because that is what it's meant to be played on. There's a huge advantage for teams online. I mean, certain people have better internet. Some people have certain calibrations. Some people know how to set up their internet better. You know, there's a lot of factors that go into online COD. But at the end of the day, we want everyone to be safe. And, you know, that's really priority number one, if you think about it. We don't want to put people in harm's way, but I also don't want to go live in a neutral city for 3 to 5 months out of the year. And that's my take on it. So feel free to comment. Feel free to leave your thoughts down in the, you know, in the comment section below. You know, try to think of it from my perspective. You know, again, some players are single and they live in apartments and they play COD all day, and there's nothing wrong with that. It's just some people are more established in certain locations than others, and it's not as easy for some people to just pick up and move their whole life for the league. So, oh, and by the way, when I said that I was going to quit the Huntsman, I mean, that was a little bit, like I said, shock value. Like, that was cap. I'm not gonna freaking retire because of this. But you know, when you first hear news like that, it can definitely rattle you. So yeah, those are my thoughts. Those are my opinions. Again, thank you guys so much for watching. Hope you guys enjoyed the video. Make sure to drop a like on it, and I will catch you guys all in the next one. So I think I'm going to let this gameplay run out. How much is even left? About a minute left of gameplay. So you guys can feel free to enjoy that or not. But yeah, hope you guys enjoyed. And as always, this was your boy Seth. Oh, fuck.